when the city approached the history department to put together this walk through history. I and a couple of other graduate students and Dr. Tom Waggy began to dive into the history of Texarkana, which in and of itself was a fascinating thing for me. I've lived here since 2006, and I always knew that this park was special. I had no idea how special and how central it was to the whole Texarkana history and the experience of growing up and living in Texarkana. So it was a fascinating project for us. We spent 3 months just digging into every aspect of local history until we found so much material, and then the city was forced to pare that down to something that could be put on a walk, and I just felt like it was a great opportunity for us. I think there's 6 plaques in the park around the pond, so as you walk around the pond you can see the history plaques, and each one tells a different part of the Spring Lake Park story, from the Phantom Killer to the old streetcars to the really old history of Hernando de Soto. So it really covers a wide path through history.
Yeah, definitely learned a lot more about Texarkana. Didn't know that there was an airfield out here and they had races. Just how important the park was to the city, and how big of a part it played in everybody's life back then, especially around the turn of the century.
I think my favorite thing to find out was that there were aviation demonstrations in the park that almost never went the way they were supposed to, and that those were great storytelling things for generations to come about attempts to build airplanes that didn't really fly and hot air balloons that did exhibitions here. I think the amount of crowd-pleasing aviation stuff was probably the most fun for me.